Hello friends, let's discuss about paraphrasing and summarizing. Summing up key ideas in your own words. What is paraphrasing? When you paraphrase, you use your own words to express something that was written or said by another person. Putting it into your own words can clarify the message, make it more relevant to your audience, or give it a greater impact. You might use paraphrased material to support your own argument or viewpoint. If you are putting together a report, presentation, or speech, you can use paraphrasing to maintain a consistent style and to avoid lengthy quotations from the original text or conversation. Paraphrased material should keep its original meaning and length, but you can use it to pick out a single point from a longer discussion. Let's understand with the help of an example of paraphrasing. When the original text is, Willy Wonka was famous for his delicious candy. Children and adults loved to eat it. The paraphrase version would say, Willy Wonka was known throughout the world because people enjoyed eating the tasty candy he made. Talking about summarizing. What is summarizing? In contrast, a summary is a brief overview of an entire discussion or argument. You might summarize a whole research paper or conversation in a single paragraph or with a series of bullet points, using your own words and style. People often summarize when the original material is long or to emphasize key facts or points. Summaries leave out details or examples that may distract the reader from the most important information, and they simplify complex arguments, grammar, and vocabulary. Used correctly, summarizing and paraphrasing can save time, increase understanding, and give authority and credibility to your work. Both tools are useful when the precise wording of the original communication is less important than its overall meaning. Now, how do we paraphrase a text? Number 1, read and make notes. Carefully read the text that you want to paraphrase. Highlight, underline, or note down important terms and phrases that you need to remember. Number 2, find different terms. Find equivalent words or phrases, which we also call as synonyms, to use in place of the ones that you have picked out. A dictionary, thesaurus, or online search can be useful here. But take care to preserve the meaning of the original text, particularly if you are dealing with technical or scientific terms. Number 3, put the text into your own words. Rewrite the original text line by line. Adjust the order of the words and sentences and replace passive expressions with active ones. For example, you could change the new supplier was contacted by Nusrat to Nusrat contacted the new supplier. Remove complex clauses and break longer sentences into shorter ones. Number 4, check your work. Check your work by comparing it to the original. Your paraphrase should be clear, simple, and written in your own words. How to paraphrase speech? In a conversation, a meeting, or a coaching session, paraphrasing is a good way to make sure that you have correctly understood what the other person has said. This requires 2 additional skills: active listening and asking the right questions. Useful questions may include, if I hear you correctly, you are saying that. So you mean that? Is that right? Did I understand you when you said that? You can use these questions to repeat the speaker's word back to them. For instance, if the person says, we just don't have the funds available for these projects, you could reply, If I understood you correctly, you are saying that our organization cannot afford to pay for my team's projects. This may seem repetitive, but it gives the speaker the opportunity to highlight any misunderstandings or to clarify their position. Sometimes you may need to paraphrase a speech or a presentation. Perhaps you want to report back to your team or write about it in a company blog. In these cases, it's a good idea to make summary notes as you listen and to work them up into a paraphrase later. Now comes the part how to summarize text or speech. Now follow the steps below to summarize the text. Number 1. Get a general idea of the original. First, speed read the text that you are summarizing to get a general impression of its content. Pay particular attention to the title, introduction, conclusion, and the heading subheadings. Number 2. Check your understanding. Build your comprehension of the text by reading it again more carefully. Check that your initial interpretation of the content was correct. Number 3. Make notes. Take notes on what you are reading or listening to. Use bullet points. Introduce each bullet with a key word or idea. Write down only one point or idea for each bullet. If you are summarizing spoken material, you may not have much time on each point before the speaker moves on. If you can, obtain a meeting agenda, a copy of presentation, or a transcript of the speech in advance so you know what's coming. Make sure your notes are concise, well ordered, and include only the points that really matter. Number 4. Write your summary. Bullet points or numbered lists are often an acceptable format for summaries on presentation slides, in the minutes of a meeting, or in key point sections like the one at the end of this article. Some summaries such as research paper abstracts, press releases, and marketing copy require continuous prose. If this is the case, write your summary as a paragraph, turning each bullet point into a full sentence. Aim to use only your own notes and refer to original documents or recordings only if you really need to. If you are summarizing speech, do so as soon as possible after the event while it's still fresh in your mind. Number 5. Check your work. Your summary should be a brief but informative outline of the original. Check that you have expressed all of the most important points in your own words and that you have left out any unnecessary detail only. The most important part, permissions and citations. If you intend to publish or circulate your document, it's important to seek permission from the copyright holder of the material that you have paraphrased or summarized. Failure to do so can leave you open to allegations of plagiarism or even legal action. It's good practice to cite your sources with a footnote or with a reference in text to a list of sources at the end of your document. There are several standard citation styles. Choose one and apply it consistently or follow your organization's house style guidelines. Now let us summarize the presentation with the help of key points. Paraphrasing means rephrasing text or speech in your own words without changing its meaning. Summarizing means cutting it down its bare essential. You can use both techniques to clarify and simplify complex information or ideas. To paraphrase text, read and make notes, find different terms, put the text into your own words, check your work. You can also use paraphrasing in a meeting or conversation by listening carefully to what's being said and repeating it back to the speaker to check that you have understood it correctly. To summarize text or speech, get a general idea of the original. Check your understanding. Make notes. Write your summary. Check your work. Seek permission for any copyrighted material that you use and cite it appropriately. Well, friends, I think you are pretty clear about the idea of paraphrasing and summarizing. Please do visit me at www.eduplane.com or write to me at eduplane@gmail.com. Thank you.